Here's how I chop up a vocal line for an atmospheric cinematic effect. Step 1. Vocal line. First, we record a vocal line that we want to process. You can record your own voice or use a sample library. As a little sneak peek for next week's review video, I will use Zero G's upcoming Ethera Gold Atlantis. By the way, this melody is the 5-note main motif of my upcoming science fiction trailer EP, Omicron. Check out my other videos on making this album while learning some very nice composer tricks along the way. Step 2. Reverb. I want the vocals to fly through vast amounts of space, and for that we're gonna need a lot of reverb. Personally, I love using Black Hole for this. Crank up the size and add a bit of pre-delay for a nice spacey sound. Step 3. EQ. I want to give the vocals a sort of distorted microphone effect. Neutron 3 has a nice preset called Cheap Mic for that. But you don't really need such a preset, as it's just an EQ that removes highs and lows, a compressor, and finally a strong exciter for adding harmonic distortion. You can easily do these things yourself, but it's a nice shortcut. Step 4. Gate. Now, let's bring out our scalpel and start chopping. If what I want is not too rhythmically complex, I use the stock plugin x-trem that comes with Studio One 5. Other DAWs might already come with a great stock option here as well. I usually switch to the hard cutting profile and adjust the speed, and then the amount. If I want more control over the rhythm, I use Kilohertz Transgate. It has a nice UI to visualize the steps and allows me to quickly slice and dice the melody the way I want. But if you just want an even straight notes or triplet rhythm chop, it's not necessary, and I usually stick with x-trem. Step 5. Pan. I want to have the vocal line wander from one side to the other over time. For that we can use the same stock plugin, x-trem. This time we set it to pan. Again, if you don't use Studio One, check out your DAW stock plugins. No need to spend money for simple operations like this. For the pan movement, I set an even profile and choose 4 bars to keep the transition from right to left quite slow. Step 6. External engines. If I want to do even more cool stuff, I render the MIDI of my vocal line and import it into an external engine. I love using Ethera Gold 2.5's audio import patch for that. Ethera Gold 2.5 is a fantastic and affordable vocal library with male and female legato patches, and at the same time, there's an incredible amount of sampled and synthesized content and sound design. The audio import is a patch within the normal sample library that allows you to use your own samples in addition to those included in the library. Simply drag and drop the WAV file into the UI and start tweaking the settings without extra plugins. I can use the step sequencer, apply LFO filters, and shape the sound with the inbuilt features of the engine. Let's be honest, most of the time I don't really know what I'm doing here as I'm not a sound designer. But I found out that with this option you can create fresh and interesting sounding stuff. Don't hesitate to experiment and don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. If it sounds good, it is good. Let's listen to the part of my EP that I wrote these chopped vocals for. I'll bypass and add the vocals while playing back the passage. Because they're cut to the 16th rhythm of the track, they won't stick out too much, which is exactly what I want. They sit in the background, but when I mute them, it becomes aware how much richness they add to the track. Hit the like button if this video was helpful, and I'll see you soon.